Hello, YouTube. How you doing? Hope you're doing well. It's Keith, Kevin, Ken. I'm Kevin. It's time again for another pocket dump deconstruction. Yes, it's a little later. We're moving into the evening. You guys know on the afternoons, on the weekends, it's my time, right? I'm laying around. I'm watching YouTube, a lot of YouTube stuff. A lot of YouTube stuff. And I'm playing with my guys down in the mailroom because I picked up a lot of stuff from Amazon. I don't know what I'd do without Amazon and YouTube. I'll tell you. Anyway, time to talk about the carry because I'm going to run out and get some dinner with friends. Some home cooking, I think. Sometimes people say, come on over for some home cooking. And we order pizza. That's not home cooking, but I. What we used to say as kids, beggars can't be choosers. So anyway, I'm packing up. When that kind of thing happens, it's time for a long cigar that I might trade off. And some knives because someone always asks me what the knife's about. Let's talk about the carry, okay? By the way, it is Saturday. It's Saturday, man. It's the weekend. It's Saturday, November 12th, 2016. Yep, we're doing it. I know. A lot of you will be watching this the next day, the next week, the next months, hopefully the next years. But I do that just to let you know that we do this every single day right here on the Keith Kevin Ken channel. Someone asked me again, what's Keith, Kevin, Ken? I have two brothers. We're all separated by 2 years. Keith is the oldest. Ken is the youngest. I'm the middle. I'm Kevin. And growing up, because we were all K-E, all of our names kind of sound familiar. People around the neighborhood, if they forgot who they were shouting to and it was one of us three, they'd go, Keith, Kevin, Ken. Even my mother, when she got angry, Keith, Kevin, Ken. So I thought that was a great tribute to my two brothers to name this channel after all three of us. It's tag day because it's Saturday. I really love the tag. I really, really love the tag. Just a nice, sturdy watch. Classic in every single way. Just well built. Remember I told you on the weekend, you got to have the big cigar. You have to. And for me, that means a big Cuban cigar. Romeo and Julieta, you just cannot go wrong. Especially in the classic Churchill shape. This big, nice Churchill shape. Can't wait. The funny thing is, I will carry my cigar in my shirt pocket. And a lot of times, especially the friend that I'm going to see has a bunch of cigars. I'll just sit and smoke cigars, ask someone if they want it. A lot of times I come home with this cigar. And so I still have my quiet time with a cigar. If not, if we smoke it, if someone wants it, haven't had a Cuban cigar in a while or something, that's fine. I come home and then depending on how I come home, right? How much celebrating has gone on, I might pull out another cigar. But that is the carry today. The coin, I always carry a coin for good luck, a 1 ounce silver coin. I don't know if you guys can really see this. I'm putting some shade over it. It is a Australian Year of the Dragon coin. It looks a little bit smaller than the usual. And the reason that is that it's thicker. But it is 1 ounce. Wonderful, lucky coin. One of my old vintage Coach wallets. Today, I'm going to be showing off a bit because I'm going over someone's house. So it's the blue Scotch. Yeah, for friends. And of course, let's talk about the knives. I'm carrying a Word notepad. The Word is just like the other notepads, except I like it because it has a lot of different colors. Let's talk about the carry. I have to tell you, again, it's an all Chris Reeve carry. I've been mixing and matching a lot. I've been kind of staying away, even though the knife that got away is a Spyderco, because I went in my cases, I grabbed it, I was like, this is what I'm going to carry. And then I went more Chris Reeve. And the reason is we're going through a lot of Spydercos. We're going to make a lot of videos this weekend on Spydercos. So I'm going to give you guys a chance to see a lot of them in videos. We already have up 3 videos for the Spyderco Palooza. And I'm ready to do another one. Hopefully we'll get 1 or 2 of them done this weekend as well. So thumb this up, make sure that you subscribe, and make sure after you subscribe that you hit that little bell that's next to the subscription box so that you'll be notified when all these new videos come up. So we haven't even dented my Spyderco collection, so we have a lot to go. So please hit that notification. But we have been doing most of my Spydercos are these small, not most of my Spydercos. What I've been carrying most of the time since I started recording the Spyderco Palooza, looking at my collection in separate videos, most of the time we've been carrying the smaller Spydercos as a keychain knives. And this, of course, I've carried, you know, for 2 years I passed up this knife whenever I saw it. And for 2 years, I knew I wanted it. I finally bought it a couple of months ago, and I can't keep it out of my pocket. I just like it. It's the ManBug. The ManBug is the ladybug on steroids. Spyderco first had the ladybug soon after they developed the Endura and Delica. The ladybug was the little one. And of course, all of us macho men got tired of telling everybody, I got a ladybug on my keychain or in my pocket. And so they created the ManBug. It's wider. The blade and the body is wider and thicker. This is a special one, though. This is gray G10 with a stainless steel bolster on it, but still has the same ManBug, ladybug features. Just that strong backlock, VG10 steel. And the ManBug is just under 2 inches, just under 2 inches long. What a wonderful knife. It has some heft to it too with those stainless steel liners. This really has some heft to it. Unlike the FRN scaled ladybugs and ManBugs, of course, they are created. First, it's hard to mess up FRN at all. They're so sturdy, but also a lot lighter material. But I like the heft on this thing. I do. It's the Spyderco ManBug, the special one with the stainless steel bolster, the gray G10, and just a wonderful knife. These are not the fancy schmancy knives, the small knives that Spyderco does, and I've got a huge collection of those, and we'll go through all of those in Spyderco Palooza. The one thing you'll see with all the small ones is just how well built they are. They really are. And you know, you don't get a lot of credit for the little small knives, but man, they do such a great job. And that's why I use a lot of them on my keychain knives. Yeah, it seems I can't keep the Inkosi out of my hand. Isn't that true? I mean, sheesh. This is, of course, the original Inkosi. It's now the small Inkosi after the introduction to the large Inkosi. Yeah, I keep telling you guys the story. I haven't been compelled to buy a large Inkosi, but man, I'm loving these small Inkosis. I just do. For me, perfect size. This is the plain Jane one. all titanium. I love that 2.75-inch blade, S35 VN steel. And yes, it is the Sebenza 25 profile. I'm still calling it the small Sebenza 25, even though there's a large Inkosi. A lot of differences. I don't know if you can see it on this camera, but you know, they have very large bronze washers. You know, you see that bronze washer right there? A lot bigger than the regular Sebenza 25. Big pivot, big stop pin, and the real visual thing that you can tell difference. Now, of course, if you see a small knife that looks like a Sebenza 25, you know that it's an Inkosi because Chris Reeve never made a small Sebenza 25. So when you see this, Inkosi, no matter what, right? It's a small 25. I love that he's doing a lot of, I just showed you the natural micarta inlay that I just bought. Let's see, knifeart.com worked with Chris Reeve for an exclusive carbon fiber one. I got number 3. I was so excited. I jumped on it as soon as possible. So I love that he's doing all of these different variations like he has on the small Sebenza 21s. I love that. Really love it. Because, boy, the variations are crazy. I have a lot of variations on the regular Sebenza 25. You can check those out. I have a video of them here on this channel, so go check those out. But, man, what a wonderful knife. Nice medium knife. Oh, I was talking about the most visual. But if you do pick up a large Inkosi, or you want to know just by a glance of whether it's a large Inkosi or a 25, the big difference is the clip. On the small and the large, instead of the clip being the traditional way that it has been for 30 years on a Chris Reeve folding knife, right along the Chris Reeve integral Framelock, you see that? Instead, it's bent over. It's not just bent over on the small one, it's bent over on the large one. So, just so you know, the easiest way to tell the difference. Of course, if it's small, you know it's an Inkosi. But the big ones look exactly, to me, and I'm not an expert, I just buy a lot of Chris Reeves and use them and love them. They look the same. Of course, they have larger washers. Of course, the pivot is different. The stop pin is different. This large stop pin that you can see. But the real easy way for all of us beginners is this clip, the angled clip. I was going with a Spyderco, one of my new favorites that I bought this year, Spyderco knife. But instead, I put it down. Of course, we'll talk about the knife that got away. We also have a big knife that I took down for the guys in the mailroom to play with when I picked up my Amazon package today. Oh, man. I think I carried this not too long ago, but, man, I just love it. Sometimes not sometimes, all the time I lose track unless I look at my channel to see. But you know what? I actually... And I know it sounds stupid. This isn't like journalism, right? It's Kevin showing you what he's going to stuff his pockets with. So I get it. But just for me, there are some things I don't want to do. I don't want to be the guy, and no one even cares, but I don't want to be the guy that's checking my channel out to make sure I don't, I have a lot of knives. I'm going to give you a lot of variety because I love carrying a lot of variety. And that's why I decided to do this. But when I feel like carrying my my Chris Reeve large Sebenza with the box Elder Burl, I'm going to carry the box Elder Burl even if I carried it 2 days ago. Because I just love it. So this is what I'm carrying today. And plus I want to show it off. I was going to stick one of my customs in my pocket today and really show it off. But you know what? I just felt like this. I mean, Man, oh man, I'm loving it. I just, phew, I can't get sick of my Chris Reeve knives. I cannot get sick of them. They're just beautiful, especially when you talk about the box Elder Burl. Double thumb nut. This isn't double. I think I was talking about something else. Let's see. Why did I have that in my mind? Oh, there we go. On the Inkosi. You know, a lot of people spend a lot of time talking about whether it's single or double thumb nuts. It's funny. I have what? 62 Chris Reeve knives, and I just... Obviously, if you're a lefty, it matters. But for me and a righty, as long as it's a right-handed, I don't care if it's one or two studs. But I'm really love the box Elder Burl. Oh, I really do. I have box Elder Burl in on a Manundi as well. The difference is, of course, it's a Manundi, but also that's the only Manundi in my Manundi collection that I didn't do a Damascus blade. I thought the handle was enough, and it is. I like it with the stainless steel. But here I went all out. We did ladder Damascus. Devin Thomas ladder Damascus blade on that 3.6-inch blade. Oh, man. Look at that. You gotta love the box Elder Burl. You know, depending on who you are and how you are and how you feel, I've been real lucky with my inlays. Obviously, the wood inlays are natural. They're very, very natural, which means they're all different. Okay? These are natural things. And so you'll see all kinds of different ones. I love the ones that have all kinds of things going on with them and not as plain as the ones I have. Mine is beautiful, but I've seen the ones that have all kinds of things going, and I really love them. But I've been lucky, in quotation marks, to find just real nice inlays. They'll do, but I like the complicated ones too. He put them on his shiny titanium, my shiny titanium now. Chris Reeve did. And as usual, 2 strips on shiny tie in the front, 1 on shiny tie in the back, and then he leaves the clip in the lock. Just nice, raw titanium, which I just love. Look at it. This is a thing of art that actually can be used as well. Chris Reeve, large, Sebenza 21, with box Elder Burl inlays and that Devin Thomas ladder Damascus 3.6-inch blade. That's my large carry. That's the carry, folks. That's it. That's what I'm filling my pockets with for this evening. Yeah. Thumb it up. Let me know that you want these to continue. Let me know that you love having these daily discussions where we talk about stuff. We talk about full pockets. Thumb it up. Share it. Let people know that we're out here and we're doing this every single day as a group. We are. Hit that subscribe button if you're one of the 65% of the folks who watch these. And that's not just occasionally. Watch them a lot. Haven't hit that subscribe button. Do it. Also, don't forget to hit that little bell button. That's to everyone. Hit that. That's the notification so you don't miss any of the videos. Because we're celebrating 1,000 subscribers with Spyderco Palooza. I've already listed some videos. Go check them out. And more to come. I'm thinking 5, 6 more videos, 7 more to follow all of, to cover all of my Spyderco collection. Hundreds of knives. We're also going through the fixed blades as well. So, speaking of Spyderco and the Spyderco Palooza, I really wanted to carry my ParaMilitary today. That was the first knife. This is the ParaMilitary Blurple version. You know, this year Spyderco has been working with the knives that are built in the USA in Colorado. The military, the paramilitary, the Mannix, the Native, and they've done what they call blurple. We call it blurple, the internet. And that's this blue purplish G10, which says, hey, this is one of the production knives that Spyderco's using S110V steel. Yeah, from CPM. S110V steel is on this blade. That's what makes it special. It's not a sprint run. Now, Spyderco does that a lot. You know, they'll up the blade steel. Like they've introduced a number of steels on sprint runs this year. CPM M4, 52100 steel, all kinds of steels. But this time it's S110V. And by the way, they have some knives with S110V steel as well. You know, I've had a Native that was a sprint run, a number of knives. But now these are production knives which come with production prices. And they're going to be around a while. You know, those sprint runs, they're limited to like around 1,000 and then they're gone and on the secondary market for $1 gazillion. These are production prices for, when you're talking about the paramilitary. Come on. One of the best knives around, period. Especially for an EDC knife. With that compression lock. I just love the compression lock. By the way, if you want to see my collection of paramilitaries, I have a video on this channel. It's part of Spyderco Palooza. You can see it on the regular page because I just did it a couple of days ago. But I also have a playlist for Spyderco Palooza. I look at the militaries, the paramilitaries, the Mannixes, these are the videos I've already done. I've looked at the Delicas, the Enduras, and the Natives as well. And get ready, before the weekend ends, it's going to be the Sages, the Stretches, and a whole bunch of other knives. So get ready. Thumb this up. Don't forget, now we're going for 2,000. Once we hit 2,000, I'm going to go through my collection in one of the 4 Pelican cases. It's going to include all my Browse blades, all my custom knives, all my Hinderers, all my Striders, and all of my case knives. I love case knives, but you don't see them because they don't have lanyard holes. So most of them I would use for my keychain knife or medium knives, but I love them. I have a thing for slip joints. I really do. And of course, this is Saturday. On Saturdays and Sundays, I always take one of my big knives downstairs for the mailroom. The guys in the mailroom, every Saturday, I usually time a whole bunch of orders from Amazon to come in on Saturdays. And then Sundays, I have my Blue Apron delivery of food. A bachelor's delight, Blue Apron. You get to cook and they have recipes and they don't give you too much and all that stuff. I like that. And by the way, no sponsor. I just like it. But when I go down there on the weekends, Saturday and Sunday, the front desk says, they want you to go back there because they want to play with these big knives. And boy, did I bring them a nice big knife. It's a Spyderco. And I'm going to do a section of big knives for the Spyderco Palooza as well. But, oh man, this came out last year, I believe. It's the Spyderco K2 4.5-inch blade. Yeah, 10V steel. 10V steel. What they say is it's like D2 steel. And since I have a bunch of Browse blades and Jason Browse loves his D2, I know how great that steel is. Yeah, 10V steel. What a wonderful knife. Spyderco K2, 4.5 inches. Butter! With that Chris Reeve integral frame lock. This is a big knife. They love this knife. I like it. You know, it's like taking your if I was wealthy and had race horses, it's like taking it to the track, because we cut open, I don't know, 100 boxes, 200 of them with the knives. They just love it, and so do I. I get to air out my big knives. That's it, folks. That's for this Saturday, November 12th, 2016. I hope you're having a great day whenever you watch this. I really do. Thank you very much for your time. You have a perfect, perfect day. And gentlemen, and there's some women out there too, take just some time for yourself. One regret I have, oh man, not one. I lie. I have about 100 of them. A man who says he doesn't have regrets is ignoring his youth. I'm telling you. But anyway, I have a lot of regrets, but one of the biggest ones is I didn't take time for myself. And I know that sounds selfish and all that, but believe me, it matters. And that's why I spend some time with those cigars. Yeah, that's not healthy for you, but being alone is really helpful. Anyway, that's it. Thumb it up, share, subscribe. Let's hit that 2,000 goal. Hey, I appreciate each and every one of you. Keep your eyes open or hit that little bell next to the subscribe thing, because I'm going to do more videos. I was busy trying to clean up this messy place. Didn't succeed that much, but succeeded in making me tired. You guys have a good one. Goodbye.